Hey guys, it's Vass here from Aussie Playground, and welcome to another episode of RC Pit Stop. In this episode I am going to take you on a bit of a flight. As you can see, I am recording real Flight 7, and yes, I am talking to you at the same time. I'm actually talking to you through a gaming headset, which is my son's, or mine as well, PlayStation headset. And I've got this hooked up to my laptop. I'm recording all of this and talking to you guys for a bit of fun. I think since I did the unboxing for this simulator about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, somebody actually suggested that I document my progress in learning how to fly an aeroplane. So I think this is actually turning out to be pretty good. Now, I'm going to take the opportunity here to reply to a couple of comments that were left on the unboxing. Nothing bad. I mean, I think everybody had a valid point and an opinion about flight simulators. Some people were actually quite enthusiastic about getting one themselves. Others seem to think that simulators are a bit of a waste of time, and they're not really going to give you the practice or knowledge that you really need to fly an actual plane. Yeah, my landings aren't the best. I'm going to say that right away. So I'm going to choose another plane, and I'm telling you right now, I'm probably going to crash something. Let's go with the Ultra Sport here. A bit of a zippier plane. So yeah, I think some people have come to dislike flight simulators because they tend to, not really be as accurate as they should be, maybe, or when you actually, take a plane out into the real world, you take it out of the matrix, so to speak, and take it out into the real world, it's not going to be the same as it is in the game. Well, I wouldn't disagree with that. I don't think there's anything that's ever going to replace the actual thing. But I think what's important to remember here is that this will actually teach you hand and eye coordination, and I think Ryan from Flying Ryan RC said it best. It's all about muscle memory and just putting in some hours and familiarizing yourself with the controls and what you do when you do that and the plane's inverted. All of these sort of things I think will come into play in the real world, and regardless of how different the planes may handle, I think flight simulators definitely do help people with little or no experience like me in getting one of these things up in the sky and being able to land it safely and without any damage. So let's see if I can land this one. This is a very zippy plane that a friend of mine, Matthew, all the way from the US of A, mentioned to me. I think he has the older version of Real Flight, and he said that he spent some time, God, this is bad, he said that he spent some time sort of customizing his airplane, and I found the same one here on this sim and thought I'd give it a go. I think that was a bit of a fluky sort of landing, would be fair to say. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and pick another one. Let's go with the Mustang. I absolutely love flying these planes. These old Warbirds, they have my heart. I'm sorry. Speaking of going, having favorite planes, and I just sort of remembered, which plane am I going to buy first. I've had a few people suggest a few planes, which is very welcoming, and I thank you all for your suggestions. Obviously I'm not going to go for a Warbird as my first plane as much as I want to, but I do intend to get something with the high wing, something that's easy to fly, it's not too fast, and it's going to be fairly stable in the air, to really familiarize myself with flying outdoors. Which one particular plane am I going for? I'm not 100% sure. I have seen a few cheap ones on the Hobby King website, that some of which have actually been suggested, which I think are worthy of purchase. I've also seen a few others from FMS on eBay, which also seem worthy of purchase. But I'm just not sure which one in particular I'm going to go for. But again, thank you to all of you who have put forward some suggestions. It has been definitely very welcoming, and yeah, I'm very grateful for that. I just have to make a decision based on budget and you know, what sort of has my attention. Now let's see if I can put this guy down. Oh goodness, this is a really poor approach. Oh, shaky shaky. I really should have flaps down. It does this almost every time. It just bounces. Alright, let me do this again, and what I'm going to do this time, I'm actually going to put flaps down. So this should slow it down a bit and make it a little bit more stable as I come in for a landing. Let's see. Now, I did have somebody sort of mention to me, hey, you know, why don't you use the rudder a little bit more often? I find, I don't know, I'm just not used to using the rudder all that much, to be honest with you. As you can see, I'm all over the shop here, and I'm gonna really miss the runway, but that's okay. The plane is down safely. Whoa, a little shaky. It is down safely. It is good. Let's have a bit of a play around with something else here. Let's go. Oh, jet. Come on. We've got to take a jet for a spin, surely. Alrighty, let's get up in the air. Also had somebody make a comment, which I thought was kind of funny. When I did my first flight, oh, you know what happened? I had flaps. I know exactly what happened. Flaps were down, and the plane could not go inverted properly. I did have somebody make a comment saying that on my first flight, I, you know, had the wrong plane. Yes, I know I had the wrong plane. Reason being, I chose that one simply for the comic relief. That was really the only reason why I went with it. It was the plane that popped up when I first opened Real Flight 7 on my computer. And rather than selecting a different plane, I decided to go with what was there and just had a bit of a laugh with it. Now this you know, flying jets is something that I don't see myself getting into anytime soon. I think the complexity of jet engines and the fuel and the costs involved in not just purchasing the aircraft but also maintaining it, I think are way too high, and I'm in nowhere near a good enough position financially and mentally to deal with the stress of flying a jet aeroplane. As amazing as they are, A, I don't have the skill level to fly one. B, I don't have the money to buy one, and I really don't have the room to fly one either. And I've just, you know what? There is an invisible wall in those bushes. I've slammed a couple of planes into there, and you've just seen what happened. It's almost like it hit a wall. It's very strange. Let me try this again. I'm just going to take him up, and I'm going to take him around, and I'm going to see if I can land. I've got to land this plane, so forgive me for not talking a little bit here because I do need to concentrate. And it's going in the bushes. God, that was really rough. See, this is why you use a simulator, because at the end of the day, you know, these little mistakes, these little errors, this is all practice to me. So let's go ahead and do an Apache helicopter just for a bit of a giggle. Now I can fly a helicopter, I think, better than an aeroplane, but these things tend to be a little bit temperamental. These helicopters, they're very sensitive to the controls, which is fine, I guess. Flick this guy down into low rates. Hopefully it makes it a little bit better to fly. Now you can loop this heli, which is nice, but but I find that it doesn't really like to get up too high. It gets to a point where it just doesn't go any higher. I don't know if that's the game sort of going, okay, you know, there's a virtual ceiling here. Oops! Goodness, what am I doing? What's going on? Oh! How did I save that? I think I lost the wheel. I completely lost it then. Let's bring it home. Keep it low. Okay, easy now. Easy. Come on. You can see it's missing a wheel there. Its left wheel is gone. Alright. And tip. Okay. So I think you guys get the general idea. Now, in the next episode of this Learning to Fly RC Pit Stop, I'm going to probably go up here to, I don't know, maybe some of the challenges, or, you know, obviously I might choose a different airport as well, and maybe try something, you know, just to have a bit of fun. Now, I'm not going to do these very regularly. You'll probably see another one of these maybe in another few weeks, maybe a couple of months. And then eventually I will get my plane, hopefully as the weather starts to, you know, as winter starts to go away and summer sort of comes around. So it'll be a while before I get my hands on the plane, I think, unless of course I feel confident enough to do so before then. But for now, I will say goodbye. Thank you guys for putting up with me, and thank you for watching. Hope this was somewhat entertaining and enjoyable for you. Yeah, I'll speak to you guys again soon.